Hello, beautiful people up from Zintle, and yes, a warm welcome to the very first episode of Ekhaya Conversations right here on Ekhaya Sessions. And yes, we are so excited for this new venture that we're taking into, and we hope that you guys are also going to enjoy it with us. And yes, it is Zintle Mayaba. As many would say, I am the girl with the angelic voice. And yes, what we're going to be doing is we are basically going to be talking with an artist and learning to understand who they actually are besides the music industry, and they're also going to be telling us about what are the things that made them to be here in Namhlanje and to have the brands that they have. And yes, our very first, I'm sure you guys do know her, like bayakwazi, they have to know you. They have to know you. Definitely. So today we are going to be talking with the greatest, the talented, guys, the list goes on, Vuyiseka, Lovechild, Magagu, and Maguka, Maguka. And yes, you guys do know her. Ekhaya Sessions, and now we are with Ekhaya Conversations. And yeah, I don't know whether should I be the one to welcome you or you should be the one to welcome me, but somehow
for a change,
let us welcome you. Kunjani sisam? Ndiyaphila nami siswam. So a bit about yourself, because people want to know about you, and yeah, we want to know about you. Tell us a bit who you are.
Well, like when I'm asked like question, I always tell abantu bandi ngumuntu.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think as abantu we are born with a certain purpose. So la purpose ke ngokumuntu ayizalelweyo uye afamlishe ayenze ABCD until ayifumane, but ayibiyo ipurpose eyekaya. So I don't know how to describe like everything I do, but I know bandi ngumntu, and umntu ke ngoku does like a lot of things.
Yeah. So let us get into the brand of Lovechild. When did it start? How did it start? But actually this music thing is for me and I want to do it like full time. I do know that you took a big risk of like leaving umsebenzi and be like, I'm going to focus on this very unstable industry. How did you do it?
Music has always been a part of me. I think I was 10 when I saw a show yayidlala TV, Whitney Houston wayicula kuyo, and I said to myself, one day I'm gonna be on stage. So dance primary, and at that time I was in the primary school choir. So like it seemed possible. And then I went to high school, and then high school I'm told by hey, ilisi choir yonke. No, kuthiwa uyilisa ichoir yonke. So I was kicked out of a high school choir, and so there
you were actually kicked.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So and then I gave up on music, and then I focused on sport and academic, and I was like very good at both of them. And as especially like 6 years into emsebenzini, inkento yomculo made a louder noise than anything I've ever done in my entire life. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what, this is something uthixo or restorisha amaphupha that esiwalibeleyo. So it could be mhlawumbe he's restoring elphupha that I had when I was 10. So I was like, okay, you know what, mandiyeke uphangela, because umsebenzi is actually a stumbling block between me and ilinduka and this thing endicinga fanuba ipurpose yayo ipurpose endiyinikweyo umna as umntu.
Okay, wow, that's very interesting. So now let us get into, because we all understand the industry, especially the entertainment industry. You get gigs, you don't get gigs. Let us get into the first gig that you got. Do you remember your first performance you did on stage?
Yeah. It was a performance. there was a guy called Uluzuko. Uluzuko, I met him go Simpiwe. Usimpiwe was a guy, he plays keys in the same church. So he used to come to my house because I used to write these things before I even thought I was going to become a musician. And because I was so exposed to music, I knew, but okay, you know what? As ndizibhalayo, this structure sayo siyingoma. It's like it has a verse, a chorus, and then a bridge. Yabo, and then a chorus. So Usimpiwe ke ngoku used to come to my house and we would just jam and adlala keys, and then I'd sing whatever lyrics is Ifikayo. So and then Usimpiwe introduced me to Uluzuko, and then Uluzuko was more into the producing side of the music, and then he did for me my first backtrack of ingoma that I sang, a city I know, and like
it's been growing from there. It's been growing from there. Wow, that's actually wonderful. And there is first singles and making sure, but okay, so now I'm focusing my whole energy on this. Yeah. So what was that first single for people that don't know at home?
You know, when I launched my brand in 2014 December, and I've always been someone that, like, when I came into the music scene, a lot of people were like, no, and I've always thought that, you know what, like, I wrote this song so that people can hear them, so that people can heal from them, so that people can be happy. So I came into the industry and I had to introduce myself, and I introduced myself as Lovechild. No one can come to me atiba no no.
Okay.
People are singing along to my songs now. So I had to create my own crowd and Yongeland. So when I launched my brand in 2014 December, people sang along with this song at Cowboy. And I was like, and there's a guy called Yakim. He suggested, but yo, you should record that song. That song should be your first single. And I was like, but that song speaks about relationships and whatnot, and it's not even my story. It's not even
so you
my
just
story.
like a bit.
Oh, but yeah, we recorded Lengoma no Cora X, and yo, Langoma, like I'd say even last year when things were tough because of the pandemic, that song is the song that Eyenzabaman Patalek Asamro, and I managed to baman pile gigs, you understand. So I managed to man kwazo fumana imali with ingoma that has been playing on radio for all these times, which was a first single like Ukawbuy. So
if ever I could sing, I would definitely like give you guys a glimpse of it.
It's not my story.
But hey, I can't. So but let's moving right along, let us look into, guys, this is a celebrity. Shout out. But I want us to look at you coming from a township of Kwazakele in Gqeberha. I almost said PE, it's still very at Gqeberha, and then finding the opportunity and finding yourself on big stages such as Abo Afro Cafe and the other festivals that you did. Take us a bit from that transitioning, being Uvuiseka to Lovechild to Afro, just give us a beat, please.
As I said, but I had to create my own crowd. I had to create people that are gonna sing along to my songs. So in 2016, I went to the National Arts Festival. I applied Payana and then Bantat and then the performer, and I performed with a band. And then Anfika after the festival, like people were happy with the performance. Yeah, performances were nice, but I felt like my music was not played ngalendlela umna ndifuna udlalwe ngalo. So it's more like what I hear ayiphumi because into elapha phakathi kum is not what comes out when I'm on stage. So I needed to do something about that. So I asked, I spoke to Utabora, like, yo, ndifuna uzithengele instrument, man, so that ndifunde, so that xa ndisiza nengoma ebantwini ndithi kubo ithi le ngoma nasi singqisayo ihamba ngohlobo.
Oh, so that's where guitar came in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because you meet mhlambi a musician that's used to playing a gospel, and then you give them a contemporary soul song, and then yena uzayidlala uzayinterpreta ngohlobo aqhele ngayo, so uzayidlala according to a gospel. Kanti if bendine instrument bendizakwazi uinterpreta differently than ngohlobo ndi-interpreta ngalo. So I bought myself a guitar, and then ndazifundisa, and then
You self-taught?
Yeah.
You didn't go to anyone or any academic or institution?
No, it's just that I meet people apendleleni, and because another thing about me starting to learn how to play is that I'd sleep and do go with a chord. So when I meet these guys, I was sleeping, and then
Waphupha
what's
lento.
this? And then no C major lo, yabo. So and then there ke angiqhekezele lo knowledge anayo, and then ke ngoku I'd mix with layer knowledge and man ndidlala. So I wrote new songs. I started going places with me and my guitar now, because it was easier, because I could stop ndingayina sesibhedlele ndifike ndidlalela abantu phaya, and these people bazandiva because I don't need a band, but I have this instrument endihamba now. So those opportunities ziye zafika when I started doing izinto on my own, which is now I realize about it's my superpower. That's my strong point. The strong kulanda yoba into xa ndiyenza ndedwa.
You see
Yeah,
progress.
yeah, iyaphumelela. Hence anything eyeyam okanye anything that I do is not attached to anyone. You here today nam, and you are here siyayenza lento like iyapopa, and when you are when you find other opportunities that are bigger than le, I want you to take them. Ungacingi ba no Ekhaya conversations okanye kwathini, because one thing ennesure ngayo is that whether you hear or not, umna I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna progress, I'm gonna do great. So now I want you to do great in your own space and us together. Yabo, so everything that I've done, yaqala when I played that instrument, and because Yongino Man was easier.
Now.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was easier. I could travel. I'd watch musicians like Tracy Chapman, like arena of like 60,000 people. It's just her and her guitar, and I'm like, so this thing is doable. Yeah, but so I'd go to these places, and then there. Musicians, they wanna join in. So because I have my own instrument, it's not because but okay, clay chord and stuff. I'm not just singing, so someone has to figure out by which note am I singing now or whatever. So as long as they came, because I started playing alone. And playing alone, I didn't need to think about, okay, if I go and hustle mhlambi in Joburg, funeka ndicinge about imali ye-band, aba bantu bazohlala phi, bazothini. But I left alone, and it's easier now. If kunobakho umntu othi kuba yo ndifuna uzebhayi man, it's easier to accommodate one person than accommodating a 5-piece band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I tap into those spaces because it was just me and my guitar, and yeah, easy ke ngoku, and
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so another thing that I've picked up from you is that you are a woman of many things.
Mm-hmm.
As you've said, like you're working alone,
Yeah.
and you kind of dab into each and everything. That's one thing I'm picking up from you. So I want us to talk about Ekhaya sessions.
Okay.
I want us to talk about Ichinja Yasakaya because I just want to know, where do you get your power to do all these things? Because of Ekhaya sessions every Sunday, we know that it's going to be a jam. We do know that when we arrive here, Toba, get chinje bandayo.
Yeah.
Like, just tell us a bit, like, where do you get this power from to do all these things? And just still, you be on stage and performing. Like,
Yeah.
it's so nice to watch. Just tell us, how do you do it?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And there's but I think I was saying the other day, but I think amandla now, like dinamandla kakhulu, but and you realize only can into sendenzini, because I'm not someone that I don't make plans. Like you'd ask me, Mhlambi, where do I see myself in 5 years? I'm gonna tell you, I don't know.
You just go as the
Yeah.
time goes.
I just go with wherever, because when I started doing music, I said, if uThixo ufuna nditshintshe impilo zabantu abayi-10, I'm not gonna look for 10 million people. However, for as long as he keep on opening doors, I'm just gonna go in. So for as long as kumane kuplandeka an idea, I'm gonna implement it. Because the nice thing about implementing ID, being able to work, to create work for yourself, is that each and everything elapha kuwe entloko, idea efikayo, you are able to implement it. Because awuzoqala komnye umntu ba, hey boss, can I do ABC? No. If bangabana, I want to change this bottle, ndifuna uyenza ibhotile yebeer, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, because I mean, people have seen how Ekhaya sessions have grown, because it started in my bedroom. And then one Thursday I woke up, come and clean a lemva going, and then the other time we had ilap up, and then now we have
A
this
branding.
logo.
A branding.
Yeah, and then we have a dope.
A dope
So the stage is
I
travel.
mean,
Yeah, you understand?
yeah.
And I mean, see.
Trust me about that one. It's a luxury, guys. This is not some fancy skin or anything
Yeah,
like that.
it's
in deep
a
ekasi.
Yeah.
Yeah. At your at your background's home.
Yeah.
Simple.
Right in my backyard. So
Simple, yeah.
so Kubone, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie in the Tiba. But I always tell people this, that as long as ithi ekhaya isitsho ithetha ngabanga ngokhokho bam, where I recognize myself in them, xa kuthethwa ngabo ibe ingabani engazange ndawabona. So like those people, I had to come from that lineage so that ndizoba ngulo mntu ndinguye. Ayo mistake ba I was born here elokishini. I was born here so that ndizokwazi ukwenza izinto. I worked le journey ngohlobo lwam so that ndizokwazi ukwenza izinto, because I created the space for artists ezingenandawo yoperforma, because ndiyayazi namba kunjani.
The pain of
Yeah. Yeah, so he had kukho mhlawumbi umntu owenze this thing, or who created a platform like this for me. Mhlawumbi bengasoze ndiyenze, but it had ba mayingabikho so that ndizoyenza mna.
You saw the opportunity.
Yeah, it had to buy ingabikho so that ndizoyenza. Even if like initially when the pandemic happened, I like a week later, from 26 ka March, kwa announce lockdown, and then 5 ka April, I had my first show. Yeah, I had my first show in my bedroom. It was just me and my guitar and the phone yam. And I was fumbling around ngela xesha. Yabo, not knowing bandenza njani. Abanye abantu bathi la show bayibukela. They had to tilt laptop zabo because ifone daddy beke so and don't think I asked but what I'm doing but I had to learn along the way and then when people can so I created this space for me in my bedroom because I wanted to survive because lando yobak to hey anizocula performer and I'm like yo music is my only chance in life so what do I do now? And I know how my music heals people. Therefore, for me, because la healing, heal shabant, therefore, I needed to continue doing that, whether kuvaliwe okanye kuvuliwe. So I needed to think outside the box, and in the end, so in my bedroom a couple of weeks, and then as it other artists wanted to join in. I was like, okay, cool. Let me, someone siyenza pa erumini, and then as especially I'm going, I thought, okay, no, man, clean and then I made a little bit of money here and there, and then I ends up with this roofing and don't. So hence you see now, every time because up, there's a new thing. Because I'm investing in this thing, and I as your number in 5 years' time is will be EP.
Ifike nini
when we started to kwenza sessions up in Vakwendle, I sold wine. And umna and sale. So as I was like, no man, I need to represent my people well. So I need to find an elegant drink as our bar.
Elegancy.
As I'm in the same, I don't know, in the same category as the wine, I need to find an elegant drink as I serve to people labanga seli. So ginger, when we were younger, umama wayenza kunye nomdoko. So it's a homemade drink ebikhona endlini. And then umakhulu wami ke ngoku would make it every now and then. So I was like, can't put sequence ginger. Yabo? And then one girl, no man, ginger uyiva ngokwakho. Otherwise ugalela lena. And then Andaman and the other. So when I started in Dakala, get 10 liters a week. So Dianza. And then when people came to Ekhaya sessions, then the drink it ginger. And Gola Shlobo, I was testing it. I was trying to find it ginger and the azib. Okay, it's gonna taste like this. So Namandi test okay, but yeah, hi. Yeah, cheese and it is sweet cool tinted. So I'd work on that on whatever umdu or I take from people. So and then go after like a month. I
got the hang of it.
So hence now, if you sell it ginger Ekhaya today, if I sell her next week another bottle, it's still gonna taste the same, yabo? Because now I have ingredients. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna taste the same.
Guys, I must say, I'm a very picky person when it comes to what I take in, and ginger growing up, and I'm like, I didn't drink because of inchisumgal. But the minute I got here, I took my sip. I was like, yo, I said sweet mandi, it's tender, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. If I must say, it's more compared to how your music is. Because when I listen to your music, I'm like, it's the ginger, bro. It's the ginger. So in that element of jazzy, soulful, all the So coming back to your career as an artist, as a singer, as a musician, and being from KwaZulu, how has the support been from abantu balapha elokishini?
To be honest, I'm one of those people. I always tell artists, yo guys, can you city by hey abantu basebhaya support ningandifaki.
I don't relate.
Hey.
I don't relate.
I don't and because the only thing I know from abantu basebhaya is support. Because I don't think I'd even do ezinto endizenzayo ngoku if it wasn't for support yabantu. No. Like people support me. Like and I have confidence to people about as and support. Like I always tell people,
you don't start indoor with negativity.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I always tell people, noba ngathenga ama orange, abantu bazawatenga lama orange from me. Ngoba khona amanye ama orange kwezinye indawo. So
because you love child like
yeah, because like abantu, I think also people artists need to learn lando yoba you yabaxabisa abantu. Yeah,
very important.
It's not like you kissing ass okanye 10-10, but uyabaxabisa abantu bakusupportayo uyabaxabisa because you are where you are because of isupport yabo. Buza yenza lento yenzayo, but it wouldn't have been goshobulu ililo if it was not for support yabo. So for me, hey guys, I get
support.
People from
Shout out to people from
PE. No.
Yeah.
I don't wanna lie.
So one advice you would give to artists is that first support or first respect your audience so that your audience can also reciprocate the same energy of supporting you. Perfect.
And that audience, because like if someone buys a ginger, if like when you take a ginger, uzofika kokweni nisele nibe bayi-4 and then mhlambi abayi-2 bayithande nabo bazazithengele yabo iginger, then bahambe baye nayo emsebenzini bavise abantu basemsebenzini iyanwena. Before you know it kukho abantu abafuna iginger for imigidi yabo, imitshato yabo, imisebenzi, inhlamba beki, because that's what I'm getting right now. So ixabisa custom.
Customer is always right. Okay, so one last question before we give you the whole stage and the whole performance. What advice can you give to an upcoming artist, someone who's still trying to fiddle and find their foot in the music industry? What's that one advice you can give them?
Fiddle, whatever that comes to your mind, do it. Don't think twice, because the one thing about ukwenza is if bangabana wenzanga ucingile ukwenza, you're gonna keep on asking yourself, but I wonder if bendenzile bekuzothini. So budela usiya ngaphambili, you'll find your mark. You find, like, fiddle. I don't care noba abantu bathi ba hey ayiyo zimbi ezingoma zakho right. Khona umuntu ozaba icustomer yakho, khona umuntu that's gonna want to hear ezingoma zakho zimbi. Hence now ufumanisa we have genres esingazazi noba zintoni amagama azo, because umuntu ucula lenkenqe icho apha kuye. Yeah, and there's always someone on the other side that's listening.
Okay, it was a very lovely session, first of all. I kind of feel I don't know what to say right now, but because I felt so, it was so educational, first of all, and it was so eye-opening, and it was a nice one. It was a nice one, and I think we should first thank Ekhaya, Ginger Ekhaya Sessions. And yes, guys, it's a warm welcome to Ekhaya Conversations and our lovely guest. Tell you what, this lady does Ekhaya Sessions, does Ginger, does music, does behind the scenes of the whole setup from Ekhaya sessions to Ekhaya conversations. So she's a very talented lady and a very powerful one. And I hope you guys are going to be joining us on the next episode. So excited. Yes. So for me, Mandiya kuthanda uthetha and give you the stage so that you can do your magic. And yes, from me, till next time.
Siyabulela kakhulu. Hi, igama Lovechild, and the name of the song is Ekhaya, and these are Ekhaya conversations. Dibona abantu abaninzi apha ekhaya, abanye sizalani nabo nangegazi, kodwa kwakunjalo endlwini kavavani, noNomakula ayintombi emnyama. Ndibona abantu abaninzi ekhaya, abanye sizalani nabo nangegazi, kodwa kwakunjalo endlwini kavavani, noNomakula ayintombi emnyama. Ndizalelwe apha ndakhulela kule ngingqi, ndadlala usikhoji uqabise nayo umshinxi, ndakhula ndamngaka ndazifumanela isiginci, ngoku namkelekile ekhaya, ngoku namkelekile ekhaya. Yintombi emnyama eyayizithandela umthandazo, ndandineminyaka emithathu umhla wayesishiya. Umama xa ethetha ngayo uthi wayengumhlobo wakhe noMakula, ndisoze ndikunibale. Hey, uvavani wayengumntu onesandla kwasekuhlaleni, wayesaziwa kakhulu. Andinaye nomnye umfanekiso wakhe, kodwa vavani andisoze ndikunibale. Hayi mani ndakhulela kule ngingqi, ndadlala usikhoji uqabise nayo umshinxi, ndakhula namngaka ndazifumanela isiginci, ngoku namkelekile ekhaya, ngoku namkelekile ekhaya. Ndizalelwe